Hello everybody and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 1. As you can see, we are rapidly jumping forward almost 3 weeks worth of time in the story since the last episode. If you save and quit and then load up that save file from the little prologue end scene, it just cuts right into the next section. So I had no choice but to just jump right into this. So here we are. As you can see, everybody's got their room all set up. At least Rean does.
All right. Time to get going.
Yep, time to move, Rean. You've been here 2.5 weeks.
Oh, Rean!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning.
What up, Elliot, my boy?
Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure.
Woo, sounds
It's getting
great.
late though, so we might need to pick.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Probably.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
The sensing thing, man.
Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not
Sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly? He's not sensing them. It's been 2.5 weeks and Elisa's still not talking to him. Emma is, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good morning.
Hi, Emma Bay.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
Yep, see you later. Yep.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
I don't know if that's the right word I'd say, but,
No
you know.
kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got
Eventually.
enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
That's a way to put
So
it.
I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do
Yeah.
what I can. Whatever that may be.
Say hi and hope she doesn't hate you. I'll apologize, guys. I'm clearing my throat quite a bit because I'm phlegmy. I just finished eating dinner, so
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I
yep.
do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Eh,
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I wouldn't
Though
either.
you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't
Right.
plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7.
Yep.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory.
Why not?
Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned until this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Haha.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Nope,
Hey,
you guys gotta take a walk,
You're in
it's
our
fine.
way. Step aside at once.
These guys. Every game's gotta have its uppity nobles.
Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Uppity noble BS.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Yep.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
Yep, so stop gawking, guys. Gosh.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Is it though? Is it though? Just find something you enjoy, Rean. Goodness. That isn't swordsmanship. Anyway.
Stand, bow, be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of... But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, he was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Rean Schwarzer. Would you care to tell the class?
Hello, when games do this, the problem is that we have no context for where this was. The place where Dreikel's first gathered his army was the... We don't know. If you haven't played any of the other games, you have no idea. Because you would know that Crossbell isn't a part of Erebonia. Neither is... And Berea Hard, I believe, is where he started from. So the only thing left is the Nord Highlands. But if you hadn't played the other games before, you'd have no idea about that. The Nord Highlands is the correct answer, so I'm going to choose that. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Nord Highlands. Elisa was trying to help you. Guess he didn't need my help after all. Seems like even Elisa is a little embarrassed about how long she's held on to that. Our AP increased by 1. AP academic points as we do things like make good decisions, act appropriately, answer questions properly, complete quests, etc. We rank up. Every time you rank up, you get a perk. Usually these perks are like quartzes or accessories, etc. Doing this is very, very good because...
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Yes, it is, Sarah.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
Yep.
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
Everybody's doing a leave. Glad to see all the girls are getting along. I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm just still getting used to the staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no problem finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined a club already. Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band, although I'm not sure how much you still have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. What about you guys? Have you joined any school clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, though, so I feel like it's a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Watch out, guys. Teacher's on the prowl. Oh, good. You're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need to pick up from the student council room. Something you need picked up. What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know what I'm talking about, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open till quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. This is our first chance at actually, looking around. The student council room's on the second floor student union building east of here. I'm counting on you. Of course, instructor. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though, otherwise I'd have to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? Not at all, buddy. Alright. So, trying to remember how to open up the map itself. That's that. So the start button. So now we can actually take a look at the map and all that proper. There are a ton of students, all of which we will end up talking to over the course of the game, I'm sure. But for this, we are just going to go to the east side of the school. If I remember correctly, the student union building should be on the east side of the main building. Doesn't seem like this is too urgent, though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more to Thor's than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it'll be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities, such as practical exams. Many sports clubs, such as the lacrosse and riding clubs, use this area for practice as well. The gymnasium is used for general purposes. There, you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs, respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is a de facto place for orbiment maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again at your time in Thor's. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can go there to brush up on all the Sumerian technology you can handle. The Student Union building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor and even a salon reserved for upper classes on the third. So, I am using a little bit of a walkthrough on this so that I can keep track of everything and find exactly what we need for everything. Let's talk to Maki's here. Ugh, why is he in there? What's wrong? It's nothing. Well, I suppose I'll just return to the dorms for today. Eustace is in the library. So, the game does pride itself on having a lot of side quests that you have to pick up. Recommended Reading Corner. Imperial Railways, a history. I am not going to sit here and go through this. I will give you guys a little bit of time on each page to read as I talk so that you guys can kind of look it over for yourself. I read all of these. This is like a little bit of history about the actual trains and all that going on. So if you want to actually read it, you can pause the video and read and then I will move on to the next one. And you guys can, do what you wish with all of this information. But the game has a ton of side quests that are basically require you to have talked to certain people at certain times or read certain books, like that one right there. Did you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, I still haven't decided whether I want to join one yet. What about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right. Sorry for bothering you. Ah, Eustace, the prickly boy. Alright, so while I have filled in my entire book section and my character section, I'm still going to talk to these people as directed through this walkthrough I have, so that you guys get to experience it.
This should be the Student Union building.
But just in case I miss anybody or miss a book, I'll still be able to complete the side quests.
I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly.
Mostly.
Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others, too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so.
Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Okay, sure. Bandana second year.
Now.
All right, without going back and looking, where did it land, guys? Which hand grabbed it?
Which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
I will tell you now, if you do rewind, you can actually see where it ends up.
It's in your...
I'm going to say left hand, because I'm left-handed.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Guess
That
you
one.
win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50 mirror.
Yep. You just took your 50 cents, buddy.
You got me.
Yep.
Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that.
Yeah,
Oh well.
some of them are anyway.
At least now I know where I'm going.
So, if you were to go back and rewind, you would notice that neither of his hands caught it, which is true.
Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
If you go back and watch, there's only one other place it could have possibly been. could have possibly gone to. And it's very easy to figure it out when you realize he put his bag down in front of him. The 50 mirror coin ended up in his bag. He chucked it up and crossed his arms so that the coin could fall into his bag where you wouldn't hear it go tink. And thus trick Rean both out of 50 cents, essentially, and out of, and teach him a lesson, I guess. But there's that. We are going to go up and in. Despite how much the game actually wants you to go talk to people and all of that here, there's nothing going on. There really isn't. It's that, like, first couple of weeks of school, people are, like, hanging out and getting to know each other. But nobody's, like, backstory is revealed. Nobody's anything is really revealed here. So, I'm not even going to bother selling that. I'm going to grab some food. Let's just grab 10 of these. Yeah, let's just grab 10 of those. And 10 tomatoes, 10 tomato sandwiches. Because that cures faint and cures, gives 10 CP is going to be very nice. So the campus store isn't ready yet. That's fine. We'll come back and say hi to him later. But there's actually nothing going on until the next day, your free day. This looks like the place. Definitely somebody inside. I can sense it. Hope I'm not interrupting. Knock.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption.
Of course you do. Because it's the cute Toa.
Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Rean Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, Rean.
I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president?
She's seriously the student council
Hard to
president.
believe.
I know, Rean, but she is.
So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Student notebooks
Our
acquired.
student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, certainly does.
But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf.
Dang it, Sarah.
Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's Instructor Sarah's fault.
No. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell her that you
Instructor
wanted to
Sarah.
help ease our workload?
Nope.
Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worth, she said you were all really eager to help out. So I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down.
Nope. It's Toa.
No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment.
There was.
But don't
you
worry,
know.
I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks.
Rean's got his
Dusk
work
already?
cut out for him tomorrow. Yeah, dusk.
What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy?
That's just Toa, man.
Hello? This is Rean Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
Think it, Sarah?
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs. so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
I love Sarah's voice actress in this. She's so good.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh?
Yep. Gotta plant yourself somewhere, Rean.
Screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
And that's the intro to Chapter 1, Unconventional Studies. Afterwards, Rean returned straight to the dormitory, and after relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now view the overall achievements and character tabs in your notebook. Both can be accessed by touching the touchpad, or choosing Note from the camp menu and selecting the respective tabs. Alright, President So left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. You can explore Class 7's dorms on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Rean's room. And I believe that's where we're going to end this episode, folks. This one might have run a little long. I haven't checked my timer. But cutscenes everywhere. Not a lot of action to be seen. But we're setting up a whole world, so it takes time. But thanks for joining me on this one, and please like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more of me pop up on your dash. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one, guys. As Instructor Sarah says, toodles!